Hi dear watchers, today we have talk with Director of Eco Cultural Institution, Mr. Saad Khan. We invite you in this program and we welcome you to our sunny Tajikistan and in our state institution, Mr. Saad Khan. And we have some talks with you. We want to ask some questions from your job, from your cultural and relationships between countries. First of all, I wanted to know that which institution is it and what countries does it include? Can you say some information about it?
Yeah, so actually we are part of the ECO family, and ECO stands for Economic Cooperation Organization. ECO or ECO is an organization of 10 member states, which include Pakistan, Iran, Turkey, Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, and Central Asian states like your beautiful country Tajikistan, and others like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Turkmenistan. So these 10 countries joined together to make this organization, and ECO has 3 specialized agencies. One is on science, which is based in Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan. One is on education, which is based in Ankara. Okay. And one specialized agency that I had as president is called ECI, ECO Cultural Institute. It is the largest and the oldest of the 3 specialized agencies of ECO, and it is based in Tehran, the capital of Iran.
Yes, thank you very much. It was very useful for us. And my another question is for you. According to my information, ECO has been operating for more than 35 years old, yes? And I want to ask, what is cultural cooperation?
Okay, so actually, I would say that ECO has been in operation not exactly 35 years with different names for almost 60 years. This is 2024, and in 1964, the predecessor of ECO, which was called RCD, Regional Cooperation for Development, that was established by Pakistan, Iran, and Turkey, only 3 countries at that time. And it was the height of the Cold War. So these 3 countries were actually part of the anti-Soviet alliance, and these 2 countries were very close in defense alliances like Baghdad Pact, Central Treaty Organization, etc. And they decided to form this organization for economic cooperation. But then they decided that cultural cooperation is equally important. So in 1965, just 1 year after the establishment of RCD, they established RCI, Regional Cultural Institute. So when the Soviet Union collapsed and 6 new Muslim states emerged, as you know, out of 15 ex-Soviet states, 6 states have Muslim majority. The ECO offered, the RCD offered them to join, and it was already since 1985 under the new name of ECO. And these countries agreed, and suddenly from 3 we became 9 under the new name. 6 ex-Soviet states, 3 the founding members we say. And recently, in 2003, Afghanistan has also joined. So overall, the 10 countries, the 10 ECO countries cooperate in trade, in economics, in investments into each other country, road networks, rail networks, etc. And it was thought that it is important that just like RCD had RCI, ECO should have ECI, which would be for cultural cooperation. And so RCI was renamed as ECI, and we work for cultural diplomacy because we believe that economic cooperation is not possible without cultural cooperation.
Yes.
What is cultural cooperation? Cultural cooperation means people-to-people contact, like television programs, like dance, like music, maybe singing together, tourism, people coming to each other country. If we do not focus on cultural cooperation or cultural diplomacy, economic integration will only remain a dream.
Yes.
Just like we have in CIS, Commonwealth of Independent States, there is no visa. A person from Tajikistan can go to Moscow, a person from Moscow can go to Minsk. And so economic integration is possible. Unfortunately, within ECO region, this level of mobility has not been introduced as yet, despite almost 30-35 years under the new name. Your country probably joined in 1992 to this organization, and it's the first amongst the amongst the six the six ex-Soviet states that decided to join. And still, you know, we need visa from Pakistan to go to Tajikistan, from Tajikistan to go to Iran, from Iran to go to Azerbaijan, and so on. So we are working for cultural cooperation, which means that people should be able to move freely. Television and radio channels of one country of this ECO region must be shown in another. And people should learn each other's languages. There should be big Urdu departments here in Tajikistan. In Pakistan, there are already many Persian and Tajik language departments in universities. So once we learn each other's language, we will understand each other's music, each other's television program, each other's movie, cinema.
Yes.
So that would be helpful for bringing these nations together.
Yes, thank you very much. It was very interesting and important information for our country and about your country. And now I want to talk about economic cooperation in your country. How can you identify and how can you explain it?
Okay, so as you know that Pakistan and Tajikistan are very close friends.
Yes.
And have historic relations spanning over thousands of years.
Yeah.
You know, from Badakhshan Valley and from Fargana Valley, people used to come and settle in South Asia, which is now India and Pakistan. And there was even dynasty, the Mughal dynasty, which actually came from Central Asia and brought all the traditions of Central Asia, the food, the dresses.
Tradition, language.
Language, yeah. Persian or Tajik, you know, Persian and Tajik are sister languages, remained our state language for about 300 years before it was switched over to English. And recently, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Shahbaz Sharif, came here in Dushanbe about 2 months ago. He met with His Excellency, the President and great leader of your country, President Imam Ali Rahman. And they discussed avenues of mutual cooperation. So one of the things that is very important is to have direct air contact between Dushanbe and Islamabad. They are so close, you know, aerial distance is so less that it would take less time from Islamabad to fly to Dushanbe than to other cities of Pakistan, like from Islamabad to Karachi or, you know, others. So that is very important to have close linkage, linguistic linkage, air links. And unfortunately, the Pamir mountains are so high. Otherwise, it's very difficult to build a road, very expensive. Otherwise, I think in the long run, we should consider a direct road link. Then it would be probably 5 or 6 hours from Dushanbe to Islamabad by road. So I think there is a great potential for economic cooperation between the Republic of Tajikistan and with Pakistan and other ECO member states.
Okay, thanks a lot. And what cultural cooperation we said, and we have talked about it. It was very interesting. And now I want to ask you another question. What are the future plans of this cooperation?
Oh yeah, so there are a number of future plans. For example, we want to have an ECO anthem, just like European Union has a Surud-e Milli European anthem. In ECO region, all 10 countries have their own national anthems, but we do not have an anthem for the whole region. So one of the plan is to have an ECO anthem. The other plan is for an ECO orchestra. We are in touch with the conservatories, music conservatories of all member states. So maybe every nation will identify 4 or 5 best musicians. And at Tehran or Ankara, inshallah, in the next 2-3 years, we want to have an all ECO orchestra, which will reflect the musical traditions of these 10 countries, fused into each other, merged into each other. And the third level of cooperation we are thinking about is about television, radio, and films. We think that the heads of national television agencies of these 10 member countries and the heads of radio agencies, national radio, the state level radio, and national film corporations, the movie authorities,
from all
10 countries should have a regular council meeting. Every year the heads meet, discuss ways in which Pakistani programs can be dubbed into Tajik language and shown here on television. Your dramas romantic dramas, serious dramas, drama serials should be shown in Pakistan. So people, and other countries, people know about each other's heroes, each other's actors, each other's musical tunes, they should be attuned to it. So these are the three major projects, we are working on them. And I'm happy to report that all ECO countries, including your country, are very enthusiastic about it. I had a number of meetings with the heads of cultural agencies in your country, including Her Excellency, the Minister of Culture, and also with the Ministry of high-ups in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, with the head of National Museum of Tajikistan, with the head of National Library of Tajikistan. And I have found that everybody is willing to cooperate. And inshallah, in the next few years, you will see a lot of progress.
Okay, thank you. What about national flag of this organization? Do you plan about flag?
That would be a very good idea. Actually, we have an emblem of ECO in sky blue color. It's very beautiful.
Like national countries, yeah?
Each country, yeah. So hopefully we should or we could have a flag. So far, this has not been discussed. This is not in the plans as yet, because we are more into music and anthem and orchestras. But that is a very, very good suggestion. We can definitely discuss it in the meeting of the Council of Ministers. And hopefully something good may come out of it.
Yes, I hope that these dreams will be true. And I want now to ask about traditions and customs about your country, Pakistan.
Okay. So one thing which should be very clear, that since we belong to the same region, and for thousands of years along the Silk Road, traders were passing from what is now Pakistan to what is now Tajikistan, and onwards to Europe and elsewhere. It is called Silk Road. And so the culture and the food and the clothes are very similar, because whatever we wear in Pakistan and
you eat, we also eat.
Exactly. Sometimes I eat something, even the name is the same.
Yes.
For example, yesterday there was pilau. I said, oh my God, rice with meat, even in Pakistan we call it pilau. And pilau is a very famous dish. Then your representative of the host country, Tajikistan, offered samosa. Oh, I said samosa, it is very traditional dish in Pakistan as well, with the same name.
And you could find it in our country also.
Oh yeah, so I think that these are the things we have to emphasize.
Yes.
Even the type of ladies' dresses like you are wearing, and the ladies' trousers, they are so similar to Pakistan that when I'm walking in Doshambe, and if I take photographs, some people may think I'm walking in Islamabad. Because even the city is very much like Islamabad. Also. Buildings, wide avenues, lot of greenery. It's just like Islamabad. So these are the traditions which are very common. Shared values, even the family values, the way we respect our parents, husband-wife relations, love to the children. The Asian societies have a very strong family bonding. And these traditions are very close between Tajikistan, Pakistan, and other ECO member states.
Thank you very much. And I think that we should protect these customs and traditions between our countries.
No doubt, yes.
Thank you very much. It was very useful, it was very important. And now I want to ask not only about customs and traditions, cooperation, and about cultural cooperation in our country. What does you listen, which films do you see in general in your country?
Okay, so actually because of language barriers, because here I heard there is only one Urdu department. Urdu is the national language of Pakistan, and most of the Muslims of South Asia, even in India and Bangladesh, understand Urdu. Urdu is the third largest language in the world after English and Chinese, with about 600 million people understanding this language very well in writing, but in speaking it's about more than 1 billion, 1.4 billion almost, because in India, it is called Hindi. In Pakistan, it's called Urdu. Orally, it's the same words. Only the script is different. So orally, about 1.5 billion people, which is about 1/5 of the whole world, understands this language. So about films, actually, In Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh, films of each other are very popular because they understand the language. Because very few people now understand Persian or Tajik or Dari in Pakistan, so Persian or Tajik films are not very popular. What we are trying to do is that we try to encourage more and more people to learn. There are Persian language departments, as you know, Tajik and Persian are actually similar language.
Yes,
in fact,
similar.
Tajik language is more pure form of Persian, because the Persian as spoken in Iran has some influence of French, some influence of English, some influence of Arabic. So they're a mix. But this is a very pure original form of Persian, the Tajik language. So we are trying that more and more people learn each other's language. There should be more Urdu departments in universities in Tajikistan. There should be more Tajik or Persian language departments in Pakistan, and more Turkish language departments in these countries. So we learn each other's language, and we learn each other's literature, novels, poetry, television dramas, songs when we are hearing on radios. So hopefully with a lot of effort, and there is a lot of will among the nations of this region, the ECO region, and hopefully this cultural cooperation, films, TVs, dramas, that will increase. For example, tomorrow, for the first time in the history of ECO, we will have a poetry session of all ECO member countries here at Doshambe, and this will be a big event for poets of different countries, Afghan poets, Tajik poets, Pakistani poets, Iranian poets, to know each other, to hear each other's poetry. And we hope to continue this thing in future. For example, in October this year, 2024, there's going to be an international book exhibition here in Doshambe. And I have requested your government that we want to have, the ECI wants to have, a photographic exhibition on the sidelines of the book exhibition. So anybody walking around the bookstalls must see the pictures of Pakistan, Turkey, Iran, every other country. So they know how Iran looks like, how Turkey looks like, how Pakistan looks like. And they will feel it looks like us,
of course,
just like Tajikistan.
They are the same, similar to each other. Thank you very much. I think it was very interesting, and I hope that our relationship will continue.
Inshallah.
Dear watchers, it was one talk with Mr. Saad Khan, and again, I welcome you, and I'm thankful to you coming here to have such interesting and memorable talk with us. I think that you will have an interesting and memorable times to our country. And thank you very much for such interesting and very important talk to us.
Thank you.